Good evening, everyone. Thanks again so much for joining us again on Friday night for Band Together. We're really excited for our show tonight. We're going to be hearing from Reilly. We're going to be hearing from Kris Allen from Life in 24 Frames, and longtime local artist Autumn Skyhall to bring us home. I wanted to start out tonight with a real quick story, and that was experience of mine several years ago when I briefly interviewed for a job at a food bank in Northern California. The interview actually happened to occur, it was an informal one, on December 26th, day after Christmas. Noticeably very, very quiet in that food bank. And the executive director told me that December 26th is actually the most depressing day of the year at the food bank. Reason for that being is that so many people leading up to Christmas are donating their time, donating food, and donating to the food bank directly. And once Christmas hits and the day after, things tend to almost immediately stop and dry up. And the only reason I bring that up is because here we are on the Friday after Big Day of Giving, which turned out to be a huge day of giving, as you may have read about in the Bee today. $11.6 million in donations for local nonprofits, 64,000 individual donations coming through, absolutely shattered the record set last year. So Sacramento, you've shown your spirit, you've shown your generosity and your willingness to help the homeless, help those struggling with their food bills, helping the youth, and helping the arts. And the reason I tell that story is that as strong as that spirit is, our local musicians, local venues, and local nonprofits, as appreciative as I know they all are of the help, are going to need that same spirit and same support going forward as we continue to move through tough times. So thank you, all of you, to everyone out there who donated during Big Day of Giving and continue to support all the local nonprofits around Sacramento, but especially because we're band together, supporting the arts, supporting musicians, and supporting venues. So a couple of the nonprofits we're very happy to feature tonight. One is Girls Rock Sacramento, which is an organization that's dedicated to helping young women in Sacramento through music education and performance and learning leadership and empowerment through music. They're an amazing organization. You can check them out at Girls Rock Sacramento. I could tell you about the other nonprofit that's on board with us tonight, Library of MusicLandria, but I am going to let Rachel Freund from Library of MusicLandria tell you about it instead. Rachel, we're so glad to have you. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me. Really appreciate it. Thank you.
You bet. So tell us about your Big Day of Giving. You guys were online for a little while, yeah?
Oh my, yes. It was basically our first foray into an online concert, and we just decided to go all out. We weren't on the central Big Day of Giving website yesterday, so we did this alternative. It was a 5-hour concert, 5+ hours of local musicians who donated 5 to 15-minute sets, like open mic style. And Autumn, who we're going to hear later, was in the concert last night, and it was a ton of fun. It's certainly different trying to do things online and streaming, but it's really important for musicians to have a venue. So what you're doing here is really great. We appreciate that too.
Thanks so much. So tell us about, for those who aren't familiar with Library of MusicLandria, what does your organization do?
Surely, thank you. Yeah, we're a free musical instrument lending library. So basically like a regular library, except instead of books, there's instruments and gear of all kinds that you can check out and take home with you for 2 weeks at a time for free. That is ordinarily. So we also have 4 other programs, we have 4 programs: the lending, which I just described, education, live music, professional development. And this ranges normally from like workshops, all sorts of hands-on learning opportunities, monthly singing circles we do, monthly Women and Allies jam sessions, instrument petting zoos, and like house shows. So yeah, all of that is sort of changing right now. The biggest challenge, of course, is not being able to do our normal lending operations. Those are temporarily suspended, but we are looking forward to reopening as soon as possible on a sort of modified basis for the time being.
Mm-hmm. As we all are looking forward towards reopening when we can
right.
get back to something normal.
Okay, that probably went without saying.
Yeah.
Oh,
Who do you find are your most frequent users of the library? Are young people just learning, more kind of established musicians? Who do you see coming in the door?
Sure thing. It's a whole range of people. So definitely a large demographic is local musicians, local artists who are trying out new gear before they buy, or using it for a gig or for for a recording session. We have a lot of live sound equipment, so people check out our PA all the time to put on house shows and festivals. So that's definitely a strong suit here. But families, teachers, another local musician who played last night, Zyler, checks out instruments to do weekly jam sessions with his students. Yeah, people from all walks of life. And we're trying to just increase access so that the people who can't otherwise afford all of this expensive musical equipment now have access to it. So that's definitely central to our mission.
Excellent. So what's the best way for folks to learn more about you, and are there ways that individuals can support the organization moving forward?
Absolutely. Thank you. Yeah, so we're trying to switch to online offerings for the time being. So the best way to keep up with that and stay connected is you can actually sign up on our website, musiclandria.com. There's a section that says sign up, log in. If you fill out your account there, you get on our monthly email list, and then you've taken the first steps to actually join as a member and start checking stuff out when we're back open. So yeah, sign up on our website. You can follow us on Facebook. We're Library of MusicLandria. And that's a really good way to stay up to date on events, and we're putting out some educational videos as well that people can tune into. So and donation, of course. We're we want to be there for you on the other side of this, of course. So we're on PayPal. I think you just look for MusicLandria. It's on our website too. Venmo at MusicLandria. We're also on Patreon, so we're always looking for monthly donors for that steady source of revenue, because everything we do is basically free or donation based. So monthly donations on Patreon are huge. And yeah, just search for MusicLandria. And we've been asking folks to just do their own mini fundraisers on Facebook. If you've ever used our library or been to a library event, and you feel like we do, that it's a resource that needs to keep going for local musicians. So yeah, I guess that's it.
Awesome. Well, Rachel, thank you. Oh, perfectly. Thank you so much for being here and telling us about your organization. We appreciate what you're doing and certainly appreciate your time. Thank you so much.
Likewise, this is huge. I love what you guys are doing with this, and I look forward to watching the rest of the show.
Thanks so much. Again, Rachel Freund from Library of MusicLandria. Thanks again. So Rachel requested, so let's get right into some music. Really happy to welcome in Jesuit High alum, Kelly Reilly. Kelly is home at his home in Arden Park. Kelly, how you doing?
Good. How are you doing, man? Thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks so much for being with us. So you are just finishing up senior year at St. Mary's, correct?
Yep, St. Mary's in the Bay. Yep, go Gales.
Excellent. What's we know so many students of all ages are struggling right now. What's it been like with the onset of COVID-19 and sort of having to finish things out a little differently?
Yeah, it was pretty tough. I mean, mostly just saying goodbye to all your friends that you don't know when you'll see again, having to say goodbye to them early. I'm lucky I have a good setup at home. So, I mean, I love being home and I love being with my family, but yeah, I definitely would have liked to have the end of senior year.
Excellent. And, aside from academics, tell us about music-wise, kind of what you've had going on lately. Have you been able to sort of build your musical library and your presence while you're in school and around the Bay Area?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely I played rugby while I was at St. Mary's, so that took up a lot of time. But when I wasn't doing that, yeah, I would spend a lot of time writing. I have a little bit of like a home recording studio, so I would do a lot of like demos, things like that. Put a couple songs out on Spotify and Apple Music, and then would just go around, play open mics, played a couple shows, things like that, just as much as I could.
Excellent. Well, I won't ask you about the pending job search, but musically, what's next for you once you're wrapping up as a student? What's the next step in the musical voyage?
Hopefully, things when they start opening up, I'm hoping around June, July, I'll get in the studio in San Francisco and get like 5 or 6 songs recorded for an EP. So all the songs are written and everything. Just looking for a time to get in and record them. I like doing things at home, but I think it's time to get into the studio and try to make a little bit of a bigger sound, more electric guitars and drums and stuff.
Excellent. So tonight you're going to play us a couple songs that are on Spotify, Found You and Make Believe, and then a brand new tune, correct?
Yep. No name yet.
Excellent. The floor is yours, Kelly. Thanks so much.
Cool. Thank you. Okay. This first one is called Found You. I wrote it when I think I was 15, maybe 16, but it's been a long time. All right. I believe sorry. I believe it was early July, the first time you ever caught my eye. Who knew that we'd be here today? Couldn't tell you just what it was, but I really couldn't get enough of you. If you're ever feeling lonely, girl, you know, all you gotta do is call me. 'Cause I found what I've been looking for when I found you. Said I found what I've been looking for when I found you. Love it when you get mad and you crinkle your nose. Love it when you just let life take you where it wants you to go. Right to me. Right to me. If you're ever feeling lonely, girl, you know, all you gotta do is call me. 'Cause I found what I've been looking for when I found you. 'Cause I found what I've been looking for when I found you. Okay, cool. That one was Found You. Sorry, I messed up the lyrics at the beginning. Okay. The next one.
Kelly, sorry to jump in on you. Can you run that little trick that we went over at the very start?
Sorry.
Beautiful.
Okay.
No problem, man. You're all good. Thank you.
Sorry, forgot to do the thing, but I hope it sounded okay. Okay, the next one is called Make Believe. So that first one and this one are on Spotify and Apple Music, wherever really you want to find music. Okay, this one is Make Believe. I wrote this last year sometime. Walked in the room, damn, she's pretty. Wonder if she'll dance, if said something witty. I could just play cool again. She don't know my name, I could promise you that. Thinks I'm looking stupid in my old snapback, but that's just the way I am.
Come on, baby, I've been waiting for you to come and turn my pages. Oh no, you've got something I need. Let's play make-believe till the sun goes down, till the sun goes down. You've got something I need. Come on, pretty baby, lay next to me till the sun goes down, till the sun goes down. La, la, long lost lover, where'd you go? You left me all alone. I said you left me all alone. And la, la, long lost lover, where'd you go? You left me all alone. I said you left me all alone. Come on, baby, I've been waiting for you to come and turn my pages. Oh, you've got something I need. Let's play make-believe till the sun goes down, till the sun goes down. You've got something I need. Come on, pretty baby, lay next to me till the sun goes down, till the sun goes down. 6 years from now, we might just find each other somehow, fall in love again. Honey, where you been? 6 years from now, we might just find each other somehow and fall in love again. Honey, where you been? Honey, where you been?
All right, cool. Thank you for clapping. This third one is set up a bit more for like a full band situation. It doesn't even have a name yet, but I'm just gonna do a little acoustic version. All right.
Does she want me? Do I even care? Does it haunt me that a teddy bear's been on the floor in my room for a month or two? Maybe since Christmas or maybe since June. I miss you, and I should really clean my room just in case you come back soon, or someone that looks like you. Midtown loving in the afternoon. Hate how my sheets lost the smell of you. Gosh damn it, I can't get you out of my head ever since the morning when you left my bed. Ooh, 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 ooh. Don't you worry about your two left feet, they were more than enough for me. I love the way you grooving, keep those hips moving, move them right on back to me now. Midtown loving in the afternoon. Hate how my sheets lost the smell of you. God damn it, I can't get you out of my head ever since the morning when you left my bed. Call me crazy, I miss lazy Sundays. Call me crazy, I miss lazy Sundays. Call me crazy, I miss lazy Sundays. Call me crazy, I miss Call me crazy, I miss lazy Sundays. Call me crazy, I miss lazy Sundays. Call me crazy, I miss lazy Sundays. Call me crazy, I miss
All right, cool.
Kelly, I'm not saying you have to name that song Midtown Lovin' in the Afternoon, but that Sunday Funday crowd around Midtown would absolutely love it. I'm just throwing that out there.
Yeah, definitely a Sacramento shout out there with the Midtown.
Absolutely. Well, we are looking forward to the day when we see you performing back around Sacramento again, man. Congratulations so much on your pending graduation.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Thanks a lot. Thanks for having me too.
Yeah, and folks can check out those first two songs on Spotify, correct?
Yep, just Kelly Reilly on Spotify. Yeah, check them out. Those are the only two up there now, but yeah, sometime in the summer, I'll have a couple more.
We look forward to more, man. Thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it.
Thanks a lot. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, take care, man.
Yeah, you too.
Kelly Reilly, everybody. Thanks so much. That was beautiful. And we are going to jump now to Life in 24 Frames. Kris Allen from Life in 24 is joining us. Kris, how are you?
What's happening?
Not much, man. It's, great to have you with us. So I'm going to start out by putting you on the spot. You posted last week about taking the 7-day song challenge, writing a new song every day. Yeah. Here we are a week later. How'd it go?
I wrote 7 songs. I don't know if they're, well, I'm not saying they're good, but there was 7 songs in there somewhere. I mean, songs are like a verse long, right? So
exactly. Yeah. If you say it's a song, it's a song.
It was a good exercise to do for me. It keeps me, at least keeps my brain going.
Yeah. So
saying they're not stinkers, so.
We're not going to make you perform any of them. I was just curious if the challenge was met.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you sit down and 5 minutes you come up with something. It's not that it's good, but.
Yeah. So tell us a bit, Kris, about what Life in 24 Frames has been up to. I understand you guys have a brand new album basically in the can and ready to go.
We do. We spent most of last year, well, all of last year, because we started in the studio in February. We went to Panoramic House in Stinson Beach and ended up there on and off pretty much until September of this last year, recording a new record. And it was done. We got it back from mastering in January, and then all of this kind of happened. So it's done, but we kind of don't really know when it'll be out. Or my guess is next year sometime, unfortunately. So that's why I got to keep doing these songwriting challenges. We got to do something. We got to write another record and record it or something.
Yeah. So. Tell us about being in Stinson Beach and spending the time there recording. Did that, just knowing the landscape and the natural beauty of it, did that sort of seep itself into the recording session?
Oh, absolutely. This record, if it's possible, this record sounds like Stinson Beach feels. I don't really know how else to explain it. We did a portion of Control Z, which was our last record at Stinson. So we had been there before, but there was just something special about this time that made us go back, I think 4 times or however many times we ended up back there. So yeah, very, very special place.
Beautiful. I know everybody's kind of in the same boat, but how tough has it been not being able to practice and obviously play with the rest of your band in these crazy times?
It sucks. It's for me personally, it's an outlet. It's like going to the gym, that clearly I don't do. So not being able to get together and rehearse, really not having the live shows to look forward to has been tough. At the end of the day, getting together and just playing for 3 hours, even if it's just here in our studio, is it's a release, it's an outlet, and not having that has been difficult for sure.
Tell us about this space you're in, bathed in purple light.
Yeah, so this is our studio. This is the infamous hatch. If people follow us on social media, this is the hatch that we always talk about. So it's just a room that is in my business. It's upstairs that we built. We actually built it to record part of Time Trails, our first record. We carpeted the room to track guitars, and then it kind of ended up being the rehearsal studio for the last, on and off for the last 10 years. So if I could pick this thing up and give you a little tour, I would. But it's called the Hatch because right behind me, there's a stairway that goes up to the roof with a hatch that looks very reminiscent to like Lost or something. And it's a nice, beautiful view of Power End Road.
the beautiful sights of Power End.
Oh, it's lovely, yeah. But it's nice. It's a nice, being able to just shoot up the hatch and get some air during rehearsals is nice.
Beautiful.
So, yeah, that's what this is. It's all mirrored and carpeted. These are all mirrors and Evil Dead posters.
Awesome. So tell us what you have in store. What are we going to hear tonight?
I'm gonna play in sequential order, or however you say that word. I'm gonna play old song, and build our way up to a new song.
Beautiful. The floor is yours, my friend. Thanks so much for being here.
Check.
Try not to fall in love again, fall into love again, fall into love again. Black nights get to safe in each other's skin, white lies holding on to the bitter end. On to the bitter end. On to the bitter end. Blue eyes moving on to me back again. See the skylines of the night were irrelevant. Terrace where we began. Terrace where we began. Rumors that they want to be settled in. We hold back some days past the time. Our eyes lead on the troubled wind. I hope that the days pass the time again. Spoke of places that we've been, all the places that we've been. Now we can hands to win. How we like to go back again.
That was the abridged version. I can't hear myself with these headphones on. So, that was a song called Bitter End. And we're gonna play, or I'm gonna play something from Control Z now.
Watch the time go by, stripping me of my fallen life, long pointless stress. I don't want to die, memories will leave me alive, like the fire burns so bright. It's in the night sky. Floating in the bliss, a weightlessness I couldn't bear, brings me back to you. I'm coming down from this, and all of the things that I would do for what it's true. Like my son's bird. Thanks for watching. So, one more song. This is a new song. This is actually off the record we were just talking about. It's called Read a Writer, if you didn't know that. We've been posting periodically about it, so if you don't follow us already on the social medias, please do so. This song is called Lonely Tylenol. And I have never really played this song acoustically before. I guess this isn't really acoustic, so bear with me. My what you Again, we are Life, or I am Kris with Life in 24 Frames. You can follow us on Instagram and Facebook and all the other great places.
Hopefully we'll be playing again soon live.
And that is what Stinson Beach is supposed to sound like. Beautiful, Kris. Thanks so much.
Thanks.
Yeah, we are looking forward to hearing it. Redivider is the album, and any sense of when we might see it? I know things are a little crazy right now.
We're being told it could possibly be like late summer or fall of next year, 2021.
Yeah,
we might be doing a single release sometime this year. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
hopefully soon.
You know, time moves a little slower out at Stinson Beach, so it's we're staying with that theme, right?
Had we have known what was coming, we would have just rented Stinson Beach for these like 3 months and just gone there, and done a double LP or something. I don't know.
Sounds like a good way to spend quarantine life to me.
For sure.
Kris, thanks so much for being with us. Life in 24 Frames. We appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.
You bet. Take care. Again, Life in 24 Frames, Redivider is the new album, and can't wait to hear what that all sounds like with the full band, as we know Life in 24 Frames likes it. Let us move on to our final act of the evening, Autumn Sky Hall. Autumn, we're so glad to have you. Thanks so much for being here.
Hi, thanks for having me.
You bet. So, Autumn, you likewise have some new music, new single up on Bandcamp. What can you tell us about it?
True. Yeah, I just started working with my friends Cody and Laura Anthony, and they helm Post and Beam Records, and I have been doing stuff with them. We just put out a song called My Anxious Brain and My Broken Heart, and that it's on Bandcamp, so that's cool. It's the latest music I've done for my personal self-titled folk kind of based stuff project in the last 6-7 years. So yeah, it's about time.
Yeah.
Feels good.
Is this a song that you wrote recently, or one that you've had in the book for a while?
Recent. It's much more recent. We're doing a little bit 50-50. We'll do some stuff from way back in the day. Might be done in a different way, maybe in a different key. And then also like 50% totally new stuff. So that's cool.
What else have you been working on as we're all sheltering in place? I know you've been out there so much, with open mics, and now all of a sudden we're shut down.
Yeah, I was hosting one open mic, the one at Tower Brewing. I was about to start hosting the one at Lowbrow. And then everything closed down like the week that we were like, let's do it. Shake hands. Sounds good. you just never know what's gonna happen. And now I guess I just trying to just redirect. I don't know if live music is gonna come back anytime soon, so I'm just trying to not flail around in my goldfish bowl like all hope is lost, and just kind of try and redirect. I'm doing a lot of crafting, doing a lot of art. I work with kids, so I'm working in childcare and stuff like that. I still have time to play even more, so actually. So it's I don't know. For me, like, it all comes out in the wash. It's like a very strange, weird time, but it's not without its perks in some areas. So, yeah.
You've been in Sacramento and part of our scene for so long, and you've played with so many people. What's your sense of how the scene, for whatever that means, is sort of coping with all this and getting by in these crazy times?
I think artists are a very resilient type of people, anyways. All people are, but I think artists in particular have to be really super good at balancing a lot of things, because artists never historically been the great paying thing to be in.
Yeah.
So everybody I know, at least, is like very well versed at doing many, many things, and that's how they get things done, and that's always how I've worked. It's good to see everybody coming together in this time of stress, and it's very serious, and everybody has to take it extremely seriously to protect other people, and that's a huge thing. Of course, we all want to do that. That's our number one thing. And then the second thing I think I've seen is everybody's just banded together to create resources and avenues for people who might not have them. And this is a really cool thing that you guys are doing, this kind of just reaching out to other people and being like, we didn't forget you existed, and we still think you should be able to do what you do. It just looks different, Yeah.
We're so happy to have you on here tonight doing what you do. So the floor is yours, Autumn. Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right. This is a song I wrote a long time ago, and I didn't play it forever. I don't know. I tend to write things, and then either I'll obsess about them or I'll immediately forget that I wrote them. But luckily for me, I always kind of record them. So this is a song called Never Die. It's in honor of somebody who passed, and my friends and I wrote it all together. So that means a lot to me. Tell me what you want, baby, you know that it's yours. Anything you want, I will get you in this world. Your heart will sound, I'll hear it out loud. Beating hearts is fun, what a wonderful sound. Oh, I've never been so alive. Me and my friends, we never die. Seen the earth spinning by. Me and my friends, we will never die. We'll never die. We will never die. Oh, we'll never die. We will never die. I had a good friend pass, but he never did leave. I keep him in my head where he's safe with me. And every step I take, I will think of his own. Dancing and singing, he's never alone. Oh, I've never been so alive. Me and my friends, we never die. I've seen the earth spinning by. Me and my friends, we will never die. We'll never die. We will never die. Oh, we'll never die. We will never die. We are immortal. 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 Never been so alive. Me and my friends, we never die. We see the earth spinning by. Me and my friends, we will never die. We'll never die. We will never die. Oh, we'll never die. We will never die. There you go. Cool. Let's see. I'm gonna do this next one that's new-ish. One of the most new ones. This is a song called LA. It's kind of a long-distance relationship song. You know, anyone who's going through that? Probably a lot of people. I've been listening to a lot of psychedelic, desert, western, alternative rock kind of shit. It's been really fun and cool, and just to like get me into the spirit. And I don't know, when I listen to music, I don't necessarily get the writing ideas for it or the chords, but I do get the vibe. So I'm very conscious of like what playlists I'm listening to, and I love making playlists to like set like just the kind of vibe that I'm trying to like write songs in. This is one of the songs that I've been working on that I'm like, I feel like I'm finally getting to the point where I'm like, I have the vibe, but I also have the lyrics, and usually the vibe and the lyrics live in two different songs, and I'm like constantly trying to get there. So this is like something I feel like it's better getting there, you know, in the right direction. The worst thing I ever done was try and get someone who hated me to love me. And the worst thing I ever did was try and sew a thing in a plot I knew was empty. But now I think I understand what it may take to love without sacrificing me. And I'm grateful I don't blink or ever have to think twice about the picture that we made. And now I'm having the same dream almost every day. Where I'm falling asleep and we wake up in LA. Now the best thing I ever done was try and be someone that I knew I could live with. And the best thing I ever did was try and be a friend and let the rest just happen. And now I think I understand what it may take to love without sacrificing me. And I'm grateful I don't blink or ever have to think twice about the picture that we've made. Now I'm having the same dream almost every day. Where I'm All right. Let's see. Next guy I think will be. This song is My Anxious Brain, My Broken Heart. And it's a love song, but also a song about mental illness. Which, if you're an adult in any way whatsoever, you might find a lot in common with. This is kind of a reckoning of sorts of both the emotional issues, the physical issues, the life issues. This is if all those things like sat together to talk it out. That's what this is about. My cat, who's chiming in. He doesn't like the attention to be on me. He thinks this is dumb. Alright. My anxious brain and my broken heart called me beneath the cover of dawn. Each took its place to commiserate, and I would have bet you it'd have been a war. But I've never been so happy to be wrong, said my anxious brain to my broken heart. I can't move forward when you're on your guard. How am I supposed to love? Even open up, and I can't work when I get in this space. Yeah, can't wait until I graduate. I'm trying to protect you. I've seen the hurt and I don't want it to continue. I'm trying to do what I need to do. And honey, I'm trying to do that too. 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 Thank you.
And there is a beautiful version of that song, My Anxious Brain and My Broken Heart, on Autumn Sky Hall's Bandcamp. I'm guessing that version unfortunately doesn't feature your cat.
No, I wish. That would be so great.
Autumn, thank you so much for being with us tonight. We really appreciate it.
Thank you guys so much. Have
Take
a good
care.
night. You guys too. Hi, babe.
Thank you again, everyone, so much for tuning in tonight on Band Together. Thank you to Kelly Reilly, Kris Allen from Life in 24 Frames, and Autumn Sky Hall. We're so happy to have you here with us tonight. For local artists out there, local musicians, if you follow me on Instagram at adavis_3to_c, let me know what you're up to for our weekly 3to C column if you're doing live streams, releasing music, or what have you. I'm embarrassed to admit I actually screwed one up and didn't mention this week that the Whole Earth Festival in Davis is actually doing a live stream starting tomorrow. You can check out their Instagram page for details, but the live stream for the Whole Earth Festival and the artists they put together is going to be broadcast on Twitch. So go check them out. Thank you again, everyone, for joining us. Stay safe. Have a wonderful weekend. And to my grandma Mimi, my mom Leslie, mother-in-law Terry, and all the moms out there, happy Mother's Day, everyone. Take care.